From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge. A little chop racing. The action will be nonstop. The pace will be set, and we got a whole lot happening right here. Thank you to everybody tuning in. Chop Racing League Xfinity Series, ready to rock and roll. We're going to have quite a few folks out there having some fun. We're going to see who's going to be able to kind of hold their pace, who's going to hold their line, and more importantly, who's going to come out on top here is see some very fast drivers, some very fast speed, and of course, it's going to be an absolute dream. Let's take a look at your starting grid for the Chop Xfinity Series here at Kentucky, brought to you by TrackRacer.com. Of course, Track Racer is one of the ultimate places to get your sim rig. So go to TrackRacer.com/ChopShop. Get yourself a discount and also help out the league. Andrew Payne's going to be your pole sitter here. Michael Strickland's going to be the outside pole sitter. And we're going to see a lot of these drivers, not only now, but we've got driver cams back, folks, and I'm looking forward to having that. Kevin Savoy's going to be there on the inside of row number 2 with Steven Easham to the outside. Separation from first to third, and qualifying by almost a quarter second down to fourth is actually there. Brandon Banks is going to be there at fifth with Chris Breidenbaker in that 83 to his outside. Jaron Valley, Toby Collins will make up row number 4. Michael Caffrey getting his debut today is going to be there to the inside of John Hammond at row number 5. Brandon Porter, Cameron Dario in row number 6. Moving on down, Donnell Williams in the mix. Charles Garrett, the number 24, is going to be holding on to it. Michael Dubrow's out there. Of course, thank you to Mark for being the race controller. Cody Kinsey back in action as well as 17 spot. It's going to be suiting him for a moment, but he should be fast. He should be friendly. Chad Waller's going to be there at the 67, and Mr. Joe Grijalva back in the mix. And that is your starting grid for this series. Here is your race information. 137 degrees on the track temperature. Huge number right there, making this thing very tight, very slippery. It's got to be huge. 150 laps here for Kentucky as 50% fuel sets the field, 6 sets of tires. And, of course, all of that brought to you by all of those fine folks you see on your screen, but adminbox.com. Of course, go to adminbox.com and check out what they have going for the race controller stream. And you can also use it not just for your leagues, but you can also use it for your personal sim rig if you need some quick keys. Balla Status, B&B Music, AMR RC, and Paintworks, Split Second Gaming. And, of course, all of you out there being fantastic and lovely, amazing people as we get ready to rock and roll. How about this? That we get the opportunity here as we see everybody enjoying themselves. Grijalva getting ready. Drivers getting ready. Steven Easham's there. There's a whole lot of fun happening. The 93 is your pole sitter. He's ready. And how about this? The 29 Striker is going to be ready as well. Top 2 ready to rock and roll as we see these drivers get ready to have a whole lot of fun. Andrew Payne in the 93 is going to take him to the green flag here. Restart zone is going to be right outside of 4. Pace car is in, or pace truck is in, depending on what Kentucky sets up here. And they're going to go at it. Here's the restart zone right about there. How about it? Green flag waves for 150 laps here at Kentucky. Move over. They're getting into the corner already. 93, 29 is going to be there right behind. Andrew Payne was talking about his setup. I asked him what he ran in this setup. and what he drove, or what his wheel setup was. And I tell you what, it's surprising, man. He is very surprising what he drives. And he is very fast, and he kind of drives what was considered the William Byron setup. 28.999 side by side. 29 drops down and low. Steven Isham right behind the 23. Trying to be faster here. He's going to be there to the outside of the 99. Full send into the corner. 99 to the bottom. They're going to see a lot of low line driving here. Very tough to pass early on. But once they get single file, everybody's going to figure out the tire wear. Then they're going to be moving. As we will see 50% on the drivers here. That fuel is going to be a huge factor in every race. And I tell you what, they keep shaking it up for me. I'm going to lock it. Jared Valley right behind. There's the number 16. Pulling a full send kind of moment as Stryker runs the fastest lap of the race this last time by 31.75 for the driver. 93.29.99 is going to be your top three so far. Biggest move of the race through the green flag. I thought Michael Newbrow up 2. 3 of 150 behind the 82. Newbrow tried to make it work. Donnell Williams up 1 as the MCI Graphics Trading Paints driver rolls the quarter. 77 of Caffrey. Going to be off 2, but no doubt he's just trying to get his feet underneath him. He's going to be able to move from. He's from Australia. It's a good dude. Full send. All that. Welcome him to the league. We enjoy seeing our fun friends out there. Brandon Porter, the number 11 up 1. I like Brandon's paint scheme. And I keep pointing it out, and we keep looking at it, but Brandon's paint scheme has a nice little wake look to it, as in a boat wake, and I like it because I'm from the lake. Charles Garrett coming up pit road, maybe I don't know, maybe trying to figure out some things for his car. They like Charles. Charles was leading last week in that Chop Shop versus Goat Racing League race, and had himself a ton of fun, that's for darn sure. I'm looking forward to seeing him try to. He says he wants to win Talladega. I do believe that might be the action. Let's ride along. We get an opportunity to have it. I'm going to do it. Let's ride along with your race leader. Look at that cool, calm, focused look he's got going on there. Got a 4 coming across to complete lap 6. They're going to begin lap 7. Drops the lane down into the corner. If anybody's out there watching, that's behind him. Well, now they get to see the drive line and the steering line he has right there. 93 into the corner here on the back straightaway. Right behind him. Tell you what. Gonna be this guy right here, Stryker, trying not to follow too much of that suit. He's gonna be in the corner here. Maybe somebody to the back bumper trying to give him a big old shove. They're gonna just kind of follow him around here. Live action. Well, that's exactly what it is. I'm trying to see what the delay is on the camera. I don't think there's much one at all. He's going to be there to the inside. Well, it's pretty close. We're almost adding up to his screen to my screen. I like it. Kevin goes to the inside of the 93 as they continue to move. Let's go back to the regular cameras for the time being. 93 finds himself behind the 99. Kevin Savoy, a danger in no matter what car he is running. The Imp Soil 99 rolling. Well, Max is on the back of it. I do like it. Payne back to 3rd, but only for the time being. They get a little free off 2. It looks like they're kind of wiggling themselves a little bit off 2, and maybe trying to just kind of tighten the car back off and making sure it doesn't go too far ahead. How about inside the top 5? We've got pretty much 4 drivers in the in that drive review. Kind of like it, actually. There's a 23, Steven Isham right there on your screen. He comes around. He's going to clean up some house as the number 4 spot is right where he started, not giving up any room. And still holding on to what he looks like to be the race line today. Stryker out front, Savoy in second, Andrew Payne in third. Andrew Payne looking like he's going to use a multi-lane line here. Gets there to the back bumper. 93 trying to go back into the corner. Stryker drops back. Good run for him right behind. I do believe that's going to be... Well, that's Grijalva. I think Grijalva might have had an issue there with his camera, so hopefully he's doing all right. There's Jaron Valley in the 16. He's got a full send look on him. He's ready to go. Little sunset sky behind him. And right here at Kentucky, he's got a big smile on his face. Kind of like it. Full send, brother. Hopefully Grijalva's okay. Actually, doesn't. I think he got kicked. Did his session get kicked? That's unfair. That's unfair to Grijalva. It's unfair. Do that to him. Back to the main. Hello, hello. These are your Chop Shop boys. Mark, how you doing? Awesome. Thank you very much. I like the driver cams, Carly. Good to see you, dear. I like seeing it. I really do. I really do. I like having the driver cams back. It's pretty darn awesome. Thank you for the like or run. Thank you for the follow out there. Mark, thank you for the like as well. I appreciate everybody doing yourself some justice and being a part of the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic night as we are over here. 93, 99, 23, 29, and the 16. Big old thank you to Admin Boxx for giving us 13 clean laps right now. Split Second Gaming on the top panel for you. And, of course, B&B Music, Francisco Corella. Part of the platform here. Everything in Music or Big Money Bash is what you can look up on Facebook to be able to find them. But look up B&B Music. We'll give them a call at 310-494-1066 for pretty much anything with music development related. Kind of all that fun, fantastic, energetic vibes that you get from somebody. Well, I tell you what, you're going to be able to do it. Andrew Payne battling back and forth. And I tell you what, this top four have been able to kind of push some boundaries here. They've been back and forth, swapping positions. Steven Isham back to the inside of Kevin Savoy. 93 of Payne back out front. As these drivers have really started to look differently at this race line. 93, 23, 99, 29, and Ford right Banks making some moves. There goes the Ford to the inside. Little Subway Fresh. Subway Eat Fresh right there for that car. Little Camaro Love. Toyota to the outside, Chevy to the inside. Chevys make up the top four. Brandon Banks trying to make it the top five as he rolls the inside. Jaron Valley looks to cross back over, gets right back into the wake of the number four. Brian Baker right behind. Two Toyotas, sixth and seventh in the field at the moment. John Hammond trying to gain some more spots. He's up two so far as the number 8 rolls the corner. A little Budweiser.com. Menards, more paint works. A little fantastic looking. I like that car. Brandon Porter, the 11. Still like that car as well. There is Donnell Williams in the 82. Michael Newbrow right there in the 56. Got a little DBR representation going on there for the Drinking Bros Racing crew. Paul set up shop, of course, on the back left quarter panel. Like seeing the cars. I saw they had some new cars painted here recently. I was looking at their DBR Facebook group, and it was pretty darn awesome. Speaking of Facebook groups, you can get out there and you can be a part of the Chop Shop Racing Facebook group. All you got to do is go to that search bar on Facebook.com and make sure that you search the Chop Shop Racing group. Also, if you want to be a part of the Signature Esports Warriors supporters group, all you got to do is give up 17 cents a day for a month. And you can get in there and chit-chat. We are trying to get ourselves up to 5 supporters. That's my goal. I got 2. 3 more. And then we'll go from 5, and we'll try to get 10. And then we'll go from 10, we'll try to get 15. And then, going on and so forth. Miles ain't fair. Cameron Dario on that Toyota right where he started. Right there behind the 56. 56 trying to roll a good corner here. Michael Newbrow's been the one driver that I've always toted about long-run speed. And he's very patient. And always finds himself in a good predicament for the most part. I've seen him get tangled up in a few things, but he's going to be a patient driver. Chad Waller up 5 as he moves. Michael Caffrey in the 77. drops back a few spots, but I think he's on I'm gonna figure this out mode. Cody Kinsey in the number 2 up to it's Toby Collins, Charles Garrett in the pit road. Grijalva bouncing in and out there. I'm not quite sure what's going on. White keeps telling him he's going in and out. Toby Collins had to enter pit lane. I think something happened to him when he did. 20 of 150 as they come around. Full send, folks. Full send. Collins out of the race. Payne comes around 7 or 8 tenths of a second. He's going to be leading here as they come out of 3 and 4. 23 of Steven Isham runs a different line here up high. That's the 99, and he dropped into the corner. Stryker holds on to 4th. Brandon Banks solid for 5th right now as the 24 tries to roll the inside. That's going to be Charles Garrett. Charles Garrett, fresher tires, fresher fuel. He's just pretty much got everything going on for him right now. And something happened earlier, so he's going to be there trying to run with Strickland. But to help out, try to get himself back in the mix. He might be a few laps down, but he's still going to be able to run this race, and every position counts as he takes a look at what he's got. 7 laps down at the moment as the 17 cooks the corner and has a good race going for him. Andrew Payne still holding on to about a second over Steven Isham. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. We love you. We appreciate you. Carly, my dude. Driver cams look good. Thank you so much. Hello from the red side. Good. Thank you very much. Well, I love my driver cams. Really do. Really do. Just it sucked that for a little while there I couldn't do it, and that had everything to do with CPU usage and stuff like that. It was really tasking and making the race look kind of not so good. So not as well as you wanted. So thank you, Carly. Appreciate you. But I tell you what, it has gotten to the point now that able to do it, and I like it, and really helped out. Thank you to everybody out there watching Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Please do me a favor, give it a share, give it a like, give it a follow, do whatever you got to do to be the most fantastic folks that you could ever be. And if you haven't done so, please like and follow. I know that we've got a lot of racing going on tonight across the iRacing platform, but I tell you what, I'm super excited to see everybody kind of enjoy their day. I like it. Speaking of which, I need to make sure CJ giving us some love out there. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you. Max, thank you for the like. Appreciate you very much. I do need to share it. I got to share it over to the groups. Bam! There it is. I had to share it a few times. Max giving us a like on the Facebook platform. Thank you so much. 25 of 150 fuel strategy here for this racetrack. Again, the race information that we saw earlier showed us 1.46 miles at 50% fuel. 6 sets of tires going to be a factor. However, because of the way it runs, we're going to see pretty well. We should see them run about 30 to 35 laps, somewhere in that regard, and from there they will make up whatever ground they're going to see. Now I could be completely wrong, but my fuel calculator says 30 to 35 laps. I've seen these drivers run longer on the fuel strategy races that they've had in the past, so we'll see as they continue to move. There's Kevin Savoy in third. Andrew Payne still out front, leading the most laps so far. I am going to fix an overlay right now. Something's going on up there. There it is. One of the logos wasn't showing up. It is now. Do hope everybody's having a fantastic day out there. I'm just loving what we're doing. Andrew Payne, comfortable. Let's check in with our 93, see what he's doing. having a little chit chat with his crew, making sure that he's good to go, looking at where he's going to be. Now, pit road is very tough to get in and out of here, and so we will start to see these drivers try to push kind of where they're going to be, and when they're coming to pit road, they're going to call that out to each other. We won't hear it, we won't see it, but we'll know when they come to pit road. It will be something that will have to be noticed, especially when you're racing this close. And right now, as the 24, Charles Garrett gets himself back in the mix. So it looks like Jaron Valley, Cameron Dario, Chad Waller coming up pit road for their green flag pit stops. 30 laps, how about 29? I was pretty darn close at that. 5 coming to pit road. 29 is going to be low. He's going to break. And we'll go back to it here. Dang, he got low there. Cody Kinsey, the epic tire saver here. Gets himself around. He's going to lead a lap, and he's going to go. Kinsey did the same thing a couple of races ago. Actually, last week he was able to save some time. Finished third last week. I'm sorry, finished third. Yeah, he finished third in the interleague by saving. It was last Saturday, and did a phenomenal job of showing what it takes to make sure that you're just out there saving everything you can, and then being at the right place. I wouldn't say he was at the right place at the right time. He was at the right place, making the right moves at the right time. So the 2 comes around. Andrew Payne's going to be leaving pit road. He's going to be up to speed as Kinsey gets to his pit stop here. As your race leader, nice job by the field to get their green flag pit stops in without very much of an issue. Stryker's probably the only driver that had an issue. And that number 1 car still trying to make some things work here. Pace is set. Stryker not done yet. Kinsey coming off pit road. Little Broadway look from both of the screens. And you see the definite look that you have up on the screens there, folks. Stryker does have. I see he's watching my stream first and foremost. On top of that, on the left-hand side, or on his streams, you see how that wraps around right there. So most of these drivers, they run what they call trips, triple monitors. They want to make sure that they have every bit of the race line covered. And you're seeing the 29 do that. So he's able to pick up some pace. He's going to be able to roll that corner, have some good time with it. So fantastic race by that driver so far. He's going to try to rebound some of that time, though, as he continues to move. 93, 23, 4. That's going to be your top 3 as Brandon Banks finds some pace. As the number 4 car has been fast. Throughout every series that I've ever seen him race in. And right now, I tell you what, the Xfinity Series, he's showing that speed that he has again. 8 of John Hammond. There is the 16 of Jaron Valley in the top 5. 99 of Savoy. Porter in 7th. Dario in 8th. Waller in 9th. Brian Baker in 10th as some drivers start to work on this field. Isham not giving up any distance here. Dude, it looks like I figured it out. I did figure it out. I did. I had to take an upgrade. Oh, NIS is going on right now. We're seeing a lot of that happen. So if you've got drivers out there that you're cheering and rooting on, I applaud them. I really do. 35 of 150. Thank you to Nerds Do Nerd. Thanks for being my caution sponsor and a sponsor for all the audio over here at Signature Esports. If you haven't checked it out, go to Nerds Do Nerd Things on the old Facebook, or on the old Facebook. They have a Facebook page. They also have a YouTube channel, but go find them on the old wonderful Spotify and Google Podcast platform, iHeartRadio. They're on there as well. We love our Nerds Do Nerd Things. They released a new episode this past Friday. It's amazing. Go check it out. Not going to spoil anything because it's really good. And they're just killing it. Stephen Isham out front over Andrew Payne. He's been able to make it work and make it snack. Brandon Banks in third. Valley, Phil Boy, fourth and fifth. Everybody, it's about that time. It's 8 p.m. my time, so 9 p.m. Eastern, which means that most of these folks are just going live. Is System racing tonight? He is not. He is out of the race. He took a what's it called? Provisional. Took a provisional. Not racing tonight. BMW Gaming, thank you for being out there, though. Much love to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. 23.93, 4, 16.99, 8, 11, 18, 67, 83 for all of these drivers. And what a race. So far, so good. Behind the scenes, Tamar. He's a race controller looking for the race to call. If you need a race controller out there, he's going to be the one that I would recommend. He is perfecting his craft and getting himself in the mix to be one of the best race controllers out there. So as he perfects his craft, he is looking for you. And if you need one, I would say get up there and give him a big old holler. On AMR Paintworks on Facebook, Andrew Payne back to the inside of the 23. Stephen Isham held on to the high side for the longest time here. Isham trying to battle back and forth. Andrew Payne there to the inside is going to be Brandon Banks. Banks trying to take over the lead here as he tries to put some pace on the 93. Banks, no doubt, talked about it being fast. These Drinking Bros Racing teammates have absolutely been killer. Subway on the number 4, Isham right behind, pulling for some pace here. Clutching it in, the 23 to the bottom. Banks there to the middle. Andrew Payne, Brandon Banks, Stephen Isham, Kevin Savoy, Jaron Valley. That's going to be your top 5. As Payne looks to lead some more laps here. He kind of just lets some folks go, and then after that is all said and done, he gets himself back in the mix and makes the passes he needs to. But right now, he's got a driver behind him that's looking at Kentucky like this is his favorite track. It quite possibly could be, before it gets back to the side-by-side racing with the 93. Banks to the inside. Is going to lead into the corner. 93 is going to get right back to that back quarter panel. Does he have the crossover locked in? I don't know that he does. 4 holds on. 93 is going to get right there back to the outside one more time. Banks leads this lap as Andrew Payne holds on. Stephen Isham having a huge run right there. Into the corner, clutching it in. Maybe figuring something out here. Maybe trying to save a little bit of fuel over the course of the run here. Payne to Banks. About a 10th off the pace as they roll the corner. Kind of a moment for him. As I see that my SDK overlay is kind of messed up. Not gonna lie. I'll fix it. We're gonna fix it right there. I had to fix it, folks. I had to fix it. Payne right behind the race leader, Brandon Banks, now starting to extend by a quarter second. Oop, that's the 29. That's not the driver we were looking at. That's the driver we were looking at. There's the 93. Current points to lead for the 93 as well. He's had some huge runs in the series, and big victories go the small route. Super fast, super endurance friendly as well. Likes the long run races, and likes the field to kind of get spread out so that way you can go to work and try to do it. I know that last Saturday, he knew that things were not what they needed to be, but I tell you what, he's just kind of been doing it. Schedule, I was going to look at the schedule and check out what they have going on for the series. He did get a win last week in the Next Gen Series, and I've got a highlight video coming up for that. That's going to be, I'm going to try to get that done over the next day. I was trying to get it done today, and I kind of ran out between cleaning and housework and office work and all the other stuff that we were trying to get done while the heat was out. I kind of missed my opportunity. So I had to spend some time in the office early in the morning. So kind of the way it goes in the wake of that situation. Standings for this series. Andrew Payne has 4 wins. And right now, Banks trying to put a dampening on that as they come around and get themselves into the mix. Back into the main section here. Andrew Payne trying to track down the 4. John Hammond in the number 8 car here gets himself a good run as Brian Baker right behind. A little STP action as the 67 of Waller finds himself some good run. There's Camaderio right there at the 18. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You can throw a blanket over at the moment. Stryker trying to pick up his pace one more time, get himself back on track with the race leaders. May have to extend himself a lap just to, or maybe short pit himself to be able to try to find some of that extra pace. His lap time's right there with Brandon Banks, Andrew Payne, and Steven Eashan. Kevin Savoy, fastest driver of the racetrack last lap. He is 1.5 off the pace, though, as he tries to find more line. Jared Valley, about 1.8 in front of Cameron Dario. Valley typically finds himself in a in that race line situation where he has some time in between folks. Been able to keep it clean, though, as that racing starts to heat up. Michael Newbrow back here in 12th. Brandon Porter is the driver he is trying to track down. Stryker finds himself in 10th off 8. John Hammond, the 83 and the 67, all of them making it work. Cameron Dario in the 18. Maybe starting to pull in some of that pace to Jared Valley as they've kind of separated themselves a little bit. There is 99, 1.5, and closing a little bit each time. His lap times are as fast, if not faster, than Brandon Banks. This time by Brandon, though, he did extend by 0.02 seconds, so 0.02 of a second as they continue to go. Holy good on. How is everybody doing? Much love to you. Banks out front, half second. Payne's going to be trying to close down some of that pace. John Hammond to pit road, 51 of 150. How do you change things up a third of the way through the race as they continue to move? Banks, Payne, Isham, that's going to be your top 3. Steven figuring out a little bit more of a run here. Chad's going to come to pit road, or it looks like he was coming to pit road. I think he's in and out of the racetrack a little bit there. Let's take a look. He was blinking for a moment there. All good to go, though. 16 out there in 5th as Cameron Dario is slowly starting to catch Jared Valley. Top 4, Kevin Savoy started to close that pace. He's about 0.9 of a second off the pace of the drivers right now. Brandon Banks is a half-second lead shrank a little bit and then now has started to extend itself again, but not by much. A tenth better, Andrew Payne, that last lap. Maybe Brandon Banks finding maybe a little save moment here. Banks has good pace and good speed. He is another long run driver. Cody Kinsey about to possibly go a lap down here, as we will see what kind of line he's going to be able to hold on to. Kinsey still a fast driver, good I rating, good safety rating. Tries to keep it clean. Tries to be. You should see that guy on dirt. I'm just saying. Loves him some dirt racing. Brandon Banks. Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham. Kevin Savoy to the inside of the 23. Savoy has found his long run pace. Now finds the line. All of the top 4 drivers came out on 29. Right now, the fastest of them all is going to be the 99. 23 runs a little higher here as Savoy picks up third. Porter to pit road. Jaron Valley to pit road. Savoy holding on for dear everything goodness. Mr. Callaway, thanks for the like out there. Much love to you, my friend. I appreciate you more than you know. If you have not seen it, well, you can check our Facebook page, folks. I have gone and done something. I got myself a Patreon page that we're going to be looking at offering some exclusive benefits for folks, and it's going to be a direct way to support me. These drivers in these leagues do pay me to do a job, but in order to make improvements and in order to make more happen, there's the 99 to the inside. The battle for the lead looks as such. As Brandon Banks will go back to 7.99. Kevin Savoy is full scented here. 33.60 on that last lap. Finds himself around Brandon Banks here. Longevity speed. He comes to pit road. 93 is going to lead here. Stephen Isham right there. Brandon Banks, Kevin Savoy coming to pit road. Iracing keeps crashing. I understand, man. I understand. Joe, I tell you what, you're gonna get it. It's good. You're gonna get back in here, and you're gonna get a win, and we're gonna call that win. Always. So what? No, I appreciate you, man. I always appreciate you. You know, you're on camera for a moment. Then whatever happened, happened. It does happen. All good. Andrew Payne, your race leader. Striker coming to pit road. Stephen Isham trying to hold on. Kinsey's going to stay out another lap. He's going to be there. Kevin Savoy's going to be leaving pit road right now, as he and Brandon Banks look to capitalize on their good fortune. Kevin super good on and off pit road. And no doubt we'll be looking at what kind of line he's going to be able to hold on to. Hammond cross over the 4 here down to the bottom. The 4 up to speed already as the 8 has to check up heavy here. Came in on 50 already. Cody Kinsey is going to come around. I believe he might lead another lap. Lap 60 for the driver as he tries to push 30 laps apiece, making this a 5 pit stop race instead of a couple of pit stop race. You know, one more extra pit stop means that you're going to be seeing more and more of that. There's the 77 there. Going to go to the inside. Kinsey's going to come around. And he should be technically scored the leader. And 3, 2, there he is. Savoy 5.5 back as Andrew Payne and Stephen Isham leave pit road. Kevin Savoy will be picking up the pace right behind him. Payne and Isham might have extended themselves there just a little bit so that way they can have that extra lap as Cody Kinsey looks to come around and lead another lap here. He's going to do just that. He's going to come to pit road this time by. And should get credit for a lap led there, I do believe. Kevin Savoy's going to be your race leader now as Brandon Banks tries to track him back down. John Hammond's going to be in third. Jaron Valley in fourth. Andrew Payne will be fifth. Steven Isham will be in sixth here. And things are starting to shake up. Some different lines, different factions here going on. And we like it. We appreciate it. I'm going to pick your paws for the cows, and we love you. We appreciate you. We are going to throw it on static cams for a moment. I'm going to hydrate. You should do so as well. Mr. Madrid, thank you for the like. Thank you for all what you do out there. My man, Mr. Madrid, you're amazing. My first subscriber on Facebook. He's the one that paid the 17 cents a day. First one to do it, too. Much love to him. He's got subscriber button, too. You should go and subscribe to that, man. Follow him on Facebook. Madrid Racing, Madrid. I keep saying your name wrong. Isham right behind Payne. Payne's about 3 seconds off the pace of the top two. Kevin Savoy was out front for a moment as Brandon Banks, he's trying to track down one more time as well. So Banks, very, very, very good over the first. I would say the first third, or the first 2/3 of the run belonged to Brandon Banks, and then Kevin, for whatever reason, just able to find that pace toward the end of the run. He's a little bit faster the last lap, so the 99 falls back to second. Brandon Banks out front here as they continue to move their pace. Good to see everybody out there. I know that y'all are looking for some fantastic racing. Well, you're getting it here. These fine folks are doing just that. Brandon Banks holds on to 0.6 of a second and continues to push that line. Last lap, 32.92, 32.89. Andrew Payne faster, though, 32.60 as he finds the hook on the bottom side, and it's going to be able to stick to it. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do here. Charles Garrett comes to pit road. Garrett's going to be in 15th. Williams looks to be out of the race, and that's a shame. It's not out as fast. Kenzie's going to be lapped down. Mike Caffrey, a rookie sensation here for the 77. Australian friend looks to be, he updated his information. Ooh, I might have to reload that. Let's see if we can reload the overlay. We're going to reload the overlay. Let's see if it's going to update for me. Because I want to see if it updated. You know what? You know what we're going to do? I'm going to save this project. All like this. We're going to do this. Forgive me for a moment, folks. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to reload the overlay. Because my man... Oh, apologies about that. Wasn't supposed to happen. 72 of 150. Let's see if it shows now. There he is. He's from Perth, Australia. He's got a picture. He got it all fixed, and I like it. Nice job. There's Brandon Banks out there. Brandon, great driver, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He's always had a good race line. He's always had a good pace. We'll see what he's going to be able to do here. Kevin Savoy's getting a little bit faster now as the Bathurst New Brunswick driver, our Canadian friend, finds more pace here as well. Kevin was the Winston Throwback Series Season 1 champion and now finds himself in second. Tracking down Brandon Banks. Andrew Payne of the 93, one of the driver cams here, Fairbanks, California driver, is looking very, very snug to get himself into the quarter here. 75 of 150 being completed. Steven Isham in the 23 from Camden, Delaware. A good drive line for him as well. They've been able to kind of keep it close, and that's it's interesting to see. Jaron Valley and Cameron Dario, they've been battling out, duking it out, 1-2 in it, kind of enjoying their drive line themselves. Cameron trying to get around the 16 here. Cameron, we've seen get a few wins and find some good pace. So he's a good dude. John Hammond looks like he's coming to pit road for his green flag pit stop as the 8 looks to find the Avon Lake City proud as New Brown goes around. Stryker is going to be right up there as well. Phoenix, Arizona native. Going to have New Brown right behind Illyria. It's Illyria. He's from Ohio. Can't remember. Brian Baker. In the 83, Brandon Porter. And the 11 back here. John Hammond again on pit road. Mike's going to come to pit road. Cody Kinsey coming around to the number 2. He is the original Yaya. Charles Garrett from Marion. Joker Hall got the race, but Banks is leading. I wanted to go through the drivers here and give a little bit of love. 78 to 150 as they come around here. No cautions for this race. How interesting is that they've been able to run 78 laps or over halfway through it. It's kind of just cruising. Mandaroot. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought it was, man. I thought it was. Thank you for the great broadcast. Thank you for the shares as well. Much love to you, man. I thought it was Mandaroot, but I always said Mandarin because the dumb redneck comes out in me sometimes. I say that lightly. The Mississippi comes out of me occasionally. And then the phonetic alphabet comes out of me the rest of the time. Oh, man. Mandarin. I like it. Greg, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody out there on the Facebook, Twitch, YouTube platforms. Thank you to all the folks out there doing what you do. I always appreciate all the communities out there, not just in my community, but all the iRacing communities, all the drivers, all the esports communities out there as well. Folks, tomorrow night, we're going to, speaking of iRacing communities, we're going to have our podcast one more time, the Friday Night Happy Hour podcast with myself and the good old Skolky Esports. We're going to have ourselves a grand old time. We're going to be talking to Mark Beverly tomorrow from the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series, which usually runs on Friday night. But they're in their off-season. We're going to talk to him about off-season, what they do on the off-season, and what leagues kind of look forward to when it comes to the off-season racing. So podcast will be tomorrow night, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk a lot about Tarkov tomorrow, kind of what's been going on there, and I got a couple of reaction videos that we kind of want to talk about. And we're going to do that, and if you want to, you can you can join us on Twitch as well. If you do that, use the VOD command, and we'll react to one of your videos. We like it. We like it a lot. Also, subscriber-only polling or Patreon only voting poll's going to go up once we get that filled up as well, where you're going to be able to choose what game I play, and that'll be during the day whenever I have the opportunity to do that. It's going to be awesome. Outside of that, you'll be able to support and do what you can do for the Signature Esports platform, because you all amazing. Jeremy Valley coming up Pit Road 82 of 150, and Pit Road strategy has been all sorts. Everybody's pretty much come to Pit Road when they needed to, and that 30-lap stint's pretty much what we're going to be looking at. Kevin Savoy and Brandon Banks came in on the same lap, and Andrew Payne came in a lap later. Sorry, 2 laps later. Right now, 23 to the inside of the 99. On a level playing field, Savoy has the long run speed. But now some things have changed. Brandon Banks finds his pace. He's about 6 laps away from thinking about coming to Pit Road. We'll see if he does do so. About 30 to 35 laps is what I said, and they're going about 28 to 30 laps. So I was a little off on my calculations, but I tried to be correct. Anywho, Banks doing great things, going for back-to-back. Yes, he is. Mr. Hastings, how you doing out there? Trying to get it. Brandon get a? Did he get a? He didn't get a win last week, did he? You see, Sam King got won at Dover. Oh, league race last night. Fantastic. Andrew Payne, Brandon Banks. Payne with 4 wins in this series. Change up his drive line and his strategy here a little bit. Brandon caught him. Was on a different strategy as well. 11 goes to the outside. Porter 2 laps down now, makes it 1 as he goes around 93, pulls the draft. He's going to be right there with it. 4 is going to be to the high side as the 93 goes to the inside. Brandon Banks has now led the most laps in the race, but it comes down to it here. I think this will be a battle toward the end where he and Andrew Payne kind of find their own pace. 4:93, now 93 for Isham, Savoy, Strickland. They're in the top 5. Newbrow's going to be in 6th. Bryden Baker's going to be in 7th. As the green flag pit stops start to happen, John Hammond, first of the takers, came in on 75. Jaron Valley came in on 81. Cameron Dario came in on 85. Brandon Porter came in on 82. Michael Caffrey came in on 75. Everybody trying to be on their own pit strategy here. So 93 works his way around this racetrack. Brandon Banks comes to pit road. Stephen Easton's going to be there in the 23. He's going to be right behind Andrew Payne. Kevin Savoy's going to stick it out another lap. Make it work. Clutch action going on. I hear it. can always tell the quiet laps. Thank you, Hastings, for the follow on the old Twitch channel. Appreciate you very much. Payne, Isham, Savoy. Stryker's going to be in 4th. Bryden Baker in 5th. Redbanks a lap down, but he's coming off pit road at the moment. As Charles Garrett goes around, he's going to be in 14th. He gets himself all the way up there to that spot, and fantastic run for him. As he continued to move, Cody Kinsey looks to leave pit road as well. I think he's going to be 2 laps down. But for how long? Like I said, he's going to be able to make it work. 77, the Pennzoil machine rolls the corner. He's trying to track down the 56 Michael Newbrow. Newbrow a lap down, Porter a lap down, Brian Baker, Dario a lap down. Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham, Kevin Savoy still all need to come to pit road. John Hammond on back, a lap down. You know, all the follows, thanking everybody out there doing what you do. Much love to you. I appreciate everybody doing the old justice. Thank you so much. We, of course, appreciate all these drivers. All right, they're getting interesting here. John Hammond's going to come around. Caution's going to come out here. Brandon Porter involved in something. First caution of the race. It comes out just like that when you least expect it. So that's going to change a few things up. This will be your first caution. Is this a situation of spicy tires? It's a situation of getting below the apron. Oh, he holds on to it. Oh, no. And not much he can do. 83 leaves pit road. 11 comes around. Dang it. Dang, oh, dang, oh, dang. All right. That changes a little bit of everything. Thank you to Nerds Doing Nerd Things for being my caution sponsor. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you do and being just absolutely fantastic. Andrew Payne's going to be your race leader. Keep it on 90. John Hammond, keep it on 75. So Hammond's going to have an opportunity here. The 6 extra sets of tires. They're about 2 pit stops away from the end of the... Well, yeah. We're going to go to 120. At least 1 pit stop away from the end of the race. This might extend some things. Hammond, they're in 8th. Or they're in the 8th. Going to be... He came out on 75. It makes me wonder if he's going to go around another lap here. We'll see. Cody Kinsey will be your lucky dog. He'll be back around. I think he's going to be a lap down. Yeah, he's going to be back on the lead lap. So almost everybody back on the lead lap. Brandon Porter gets himself to pit road. I do believe getting some damage repaired there. It's Charles Garrett he was looking for a free pass. Not going to get it this time, but we'll see what happens. Only caution so far comes out 2 laps ago on 89. What a race. It's been a good race. Good, clean race. Xfinity cars, always good, clean racing. And we're about halfway through the season, folks. And I know that seen some good old-fashioned things happening. Andrew Payne out front and taking the time to enjoy it. All right, they're going to go at it. There'll be some side-by-side racing here for a moment. I will be right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail because I got to hydrate. It's a hydrate break. everybody. Looks like some things being extended around here. Some things getting fixed. It says first caution still once again. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the overlay on that one. It is what it is. Light's going to be off on the pace car. Kenzie was your lucky dog there. I wonder if he stayed in and got some of the damage repaired. Hammond, Newbrow doing the same thing. Going back and a look. Still haven't seen the green flag. So we're still looking at the traditional stuff here getting fixed. Wonder if there's going to be a single file restart here. Something happening with the overlay and the drivers here. So I'm just trying to figure some stuff out here, folks. Kenzie should have been back on the lead lap. I wonder if they're trying to waste some drivers around here. Maybe something happened. I don't know. iRacing's being funny. Because John Hammond, Michael Newbrow, and Cody Kinsey should all be on the lead lap right now, I do believe. Because Kinsey was your lucky dog. He went ahead and got his lucky dog. And now it still puts him a lap down. John Hammond shown his free pass cars to Newbrow. And so they should be released this time by, yep. Well, Andrew Payne's your race leader. You're going to pace around another one. I think they're going to go back. They should go double file this time. Maybe extending it another lap. We're going to catch everybody back up here. We're looking to see. So Hammond and Newbrow coming back around. They're going to be on the lead lap. They came to pit road on the final lap that they could come to pit road, which is normal. Cody Kinsey was your lucky dog. And I believe they're going to give him that lucky dog. So there he goes. So he's going to be where he needs to be. Andrew Payne's going to be your race leader. Newbrow's going to be in his spot where he needs to be. John Hamlin's going to be in his spot where he needs to be. All right, they're getting it right. There's Charles Garrett. And Charles is right where he needs to be. Charles needs to be, he's 7 laps down. He would be your lucky dog now. That's perfect. That's what I saw before. 97 of 150. Will be 53 laps to go here. Dang, oh, dang, oh, dang. I tell you what. They're going to give one more lap to follow here. So they're going to tighten everything back up. Cody Kinsey come around here. Kinsey was your lucky dog. He came out on 86, and that was the reason for the free pass here. Getting iRacing scoring back where it needed to be. All right, so we're good. Andrew Payne ready to take it back to green flag racing here. Steven Easham's going to be there to his outside as Isham looks at some good pace here. Those drivers have been able to take it easy, kind of relax a little bit. Brandon Banks is going to be in third here behind Mr. Payne. Kevin Savoy is going to be not far off. 29 and Michael Strickland's been able to rebound as well. He's going to be in 6th. He's going to be on the high side next to Cameron Dario. As you see the track racer seat projecting itself very nicely there on the side. Thank you to trackracer.com for being a part of the family over here. Of course, admin Boxx as well. As these drivers look to pull some pace. And then Jaron Valley in 7th, right where he started. The number 16 ready to rock and roll. They're going to go full send. Green flaggers, 99 and 150. Jaron Valley behind the 18. There's a look at what he's got going on. one-handed driving. So thin. Look from the bottom line of the Stephen Isham, the 23, right behind the 93. Brandon Banks right behind him. Little gearbox view. CC's the 4 trying to track him down. Kevin Savoy 1.3 off. I think Kevin just tries to bear in mind his race line here. Takes his time, 102, 150. They will still be looking at about a 26 to 28 lap run from the time they went back to Green Flag Racing, which was on 98. They had to pace around for a few extra laps. Well, that will work into their advantage, but maybe not necessarily the drive line that you would think. So Stephen Isham giving a big run into the corner here. As you see the 23 trying to pull off some pace here to the 93. Maybe just take his time, get himself to the back bumper, do himself some due diligence here as these drivers try to make it work. But I tell you what, the guy out front, not disappointing, not letting anybody down. There's Stryker. He's back in the field. There's the 93 of Andrew Payne. Very calm. He doesn't react too much here. Just focused and driving. I know that they're in channels together. I know that they chat, but as the race leader, it's what it looks like to focus on the race. They treat this as if it's a real car, and this simulator kind of makes you impact that way. Very interesting to see what they do to be able to kind of hold on to that. So thank you to everybody out there tuning in. Thank you for the driver camps. Thank you to the drivers that are participating in that. I appreciate it. I'm going to have it for every league they're going to have it available for every league. So whatever drivers are going to be there for, we're going to make sure we take care of them. Get them rolling. Right now, Andrew Payne out front. 105 of 150, 45 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line this time by. '93, 23, 4. 16 of Jaron Valley getting around Kevin Savoy. And I talked about Kevin being that long run kind of guy. He's doing the same thing. Another long run kind of guy. There he is. Michael Newbrow picking up his pace. There's a 77 of Michael Caffrey out there. Stryker, Newbrow, Caffrey. How about 3 Michaels? 29, 56, 77. All Michaels. There's Michael Stryker Strickland, Michael Newbrow, and Michael Caffrey. Stryker, DBR, and Mr. Caffrey right there from down under. Love it. Love it. That's great, people. Kenzie to pit road. Ryan Baker to pit road. Kenzie is leaving pit road. Took his tires and fuel this time by. He's going to try to stretch it. I think he needed to come to pit road. He came to pit road on 86. I don't know if he needed to come to pit road or maybe he was just trying to do something different here. Andrew Payne, 109 to 150. Stephen Isham there in second. Brandon Banks is going to be in third, off the pace just a little bit for the time being. 99 back to the inside of the 16. These two are going to be driving side by side for a moment. 99 back to the corner, saving tires, saving a little bit of pace. A level playing field. I said it before. 99's faster than the field. Everybody's on the same tires. Brandon Banks, though, came in on 87 for his pit stop, and that was 2 laps prior, or 2 laps earlier than Andrew Payne and Stephen Isham, because the caution came out, of course. But it's curious. He just looks comfortable. I don't know. He looks comfortable. Looks like he's saving 33.11. And he's saving to be fast. I think that's what I'm seeing. Stephen Isham right there, last lap, 33.22. Best laps of the race, around 33.6, 33.7. In that realm for most of the drivers. More of like a 37.7. That would be pretty much what I would say would be the average lap time, average best lap time. And right now, we're seeing about a second and a half fall off for most of the drivers. 33.09 for Andrew Payne, 33.20 for Stephen Isham. Brandon Banks at 33.19. The boy still running sub 33s to 32.99 last time by. So he gets up to the back of Brandon Banks and starts to close that pace down. Who's going to come to pit road first? That's what I want to see. That's what I want to look at. .114 of 150. And how about a little cockpit view from the number 4 car here? Brandon Banks has had a phenomenal day. Trying to be the driver that led the most laps. Andrew Payne put a damper on that at the moment. Payne, Isham, Banks, Savoy, Valley, your top 5. These drivers look for extra pace and extra speed. Right now, Kevin Savoy about 0.3 of a second off of Brandon Banks. Right behind him, you see him get into the corner a little heavier. 4 rolls the corner, 115 of 150 being completed. About 35 laps to go this time by. Good run right now. Jared Valley looking in front of himself going, hey, I need to get there to see just what kind of run they're going to have. There's Andrew Payne out front, clutching in just a little bit here. Stephen Isham closing the distance. 117 of 150. Going to be about who's going to be able to run the longest here. Kevin Savoy getting himself down to the bottom line here. 4 is going to cross into the corner. It's going to be down there, though. As the 4 will be able to defend the high line here. We'll see what kind of line they're going to be able to hold on to. 99.4 side by side. Savoy carries pace. Brandon Banks back to the high side. Drop in. Corner run. 4 high sides. Going to be able to defend back. And this is part of that race line, that race battle that we see. 118 of 150. It's Banks able to defend. Savoy's going to need the high side if he's going to want to get around the 4 of Brandon Banks, who's on 3-lap older tires. Still got a chance to catch back up to the top 2 as they start to close that pace down to each other. Stephen Isham was roughly about a second and a half back, and now finds himself about 0.7 of a second back. Andrew Payne giving a little bit of that last lap. Now this time by gets himself in the mix. Brandon Banks, Kevin Savoy trying to defend here. This is the battle that you're wanting to look at. I'm telling you. All about that race line, and right behind, there goes the 83 of Breidenbaker. Breidenbaker on brand new tires can disrupt the 4 of the 99 here. 99 looks to go high. 3 wide, maybe not. 83 on fresh tires here. 4 trying to cross over the line. 83 is going to be fresh here, as that is that's some heavy driving. 83 to the inside. Says, excuse me. I've been kind. 99 of Kevin Savoy way up high. Looks to try to pull the lane. 122 of 150. They do need to come to pit road. 83 into the wall. Ryan Baker was just trying to get around the racetrack. He was trying to make that clean pass, and I tell you what, he came in on 104, had fresh tires, fresh everything. Actually spent some time getting that car repaired on 104. 4 minutes, 43 seconds, and he comes back out and trying to work around these drivers, not able to do so. Brandon Banks to pit road. He comes to pit road this time by. Andrew Payne clutching it in about a second. The difference between he and Stephen Isham as they start to save coming around the corner. 99 in 3rd, Valley in 4th, Michael Newbrow in 5th. Newbrow came in and he only took fuel last time by. Hammond came in and only took fuel as well. So these drivers in 5th and 6th, they came in on 93. Just able to set of tires just in case there's a late race caution. There's a 2 of Cody Kinsey. He's going to be lapped down, but still looking pretty darn snazzy from my point of view. There's Michael Caffrey behind, 77. On the right side, not too bad, 18. He came in on 121, so some of the drivers who came in on 121. 122 for Brandon Banks. As John Hammond looks to take over. 93 in 5th. Newbrow to pit road this time by. Andrew Payne comes to pit road. Stephen Isham comes to pit road. Savoy comes to pit road. Jaron Valley is on pit road. John Hammond on 93. As Stryker goes around here to get a lap back. Strickland's still going to be a lap down and needs more of that pace. Andrew Payne into pit road. Might get a lap back here from the race leader. John Hammond will be your race leader, though, as Stryker will be back on the lead lap here. Cameron Dario still a lap down. He comes around here. Needs to get around John Hammond. Dario does have fresh tires and fuel, so he'll be able to get that from him. Brandon Banks holds on to 125. He would be your race leader at the cycle. Andrew Payne coming off pit road. Brandon Banks runs the fastest lap of the race this last time by, 31.61. Clean racetrack allows him to do it. Could be 25 laps to go. Brandon Banks free off the corner. Andrew Payne able to catch back up. Quite possibly Banks free. He was so fast he got loose. And loose is fast, especially in the B car. AMR RC, AMR Race Control, and AMR Paintworks out there. Make sure you go check them out. AMR Paintworks on Facebook. As Brandon Banks looks at 0.8 of a second, got free off of turn 2. 25 laps to go now. These drivers have really had a fantastic race. It's been a great drive line. Brandon Banks trying to back-to-back win, apparently, according to what Hastings said out there, which is awesome. Andrew Payne, Stephen Isham, Kevin Savoy. Jaron Valley. That'll be your top three. As Banks looks at 3/10 of a second. 24 to go. Andrew Payne, fastest lap of the race, 31.34. And finally, it has nothing to hold on to and can burn up some tires here if he really wants to. 93.4. Payne to second. Banks to second. Payne to the lead as these drivers try to cook it around the racetrack. Bumper to bumper action as Brandon Banks tries to roll the corner. Andrew Payne trying to show off what he knows. Stephen Isham rolls right behind, maybe looking to capitalize on anything that may happen, but half second, it separates the 93 and the 4. 23, make it 22 to go this time by Rob. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. Very well put together. I like it. Thank you. Appreciate you. We're trying to do what we do, and we try to do it best. Skunky, what are you doing out there? Good to see you out there on the old Twitch channel. It's been a good race. They're kind of dwindling down. I'm kind of waiting for the action to pick up. I think Andrew Payne and Brandon Banks are not done yet. Stephen Isham still closing some distance down, running some fast laps. He's got some clean air in front of him. He was able to do so. 31.96 was his last lap. Jaron Valley closing down some distance as well. Newbrow in 5th. Catching some pace here. Came out at 123. And I told you, Dubrow's the drive. Dubrow is the drive. Andrew Payne, Brandon Banks back here off 1.4. Kind of wondered where that one was headed. There's John Hammond. He comes around. He's going to have some faster tires here. Kinsey inside the top 10 as well. Cameron Dario in the 18. Michael Caffrey in the 77 in 7th. Somebody buy that man a lottery ticket. And then the 29 in 6th right now, off 4 from the start of the race. He's trying to track down Newbry here, but 18 laps to go. Michael still has some pace. 1.4 separates he and the 29. Jaron Valley in 4th. A big run, a big move, a big everything. And I'm digging it. Payne, 2.6 seconds. Brandon Banks looks at the 23 behind. 23 trying to close some distance. To tell you what, Brandon Banks a little bit free earlier, and I didn't see any contact by anything, but I don't know if he really has any inside damage right there. Maybe it's just the paint scheme from my angle. Side by side, the battle rages on. 23 rolls the corner up high. Jaron Valley, 16 laps to go, trying to catch back up to pace. 23 and the 4 still working. 23 will need to do something different here because the 4 is going to be able to battle that line be able to close the distance down. That's that battle back and forth that Brandon Banks was doing to the 99 earlier. And now Kevin Savoy's going to be out of the race. Not sure what happened to Savoy. Came in at 126. And to come back in at 127. I wonder if he didn't get a speeding penalty there. 4:23, the battle for second. Jaron Valley, 5.5 seconds, or 5 seconds off the pace. Apologies about that. So now Stephen Isham tries to close down some more time here to Brandon Banks. Andrew Payne in the 93. Brandon Banks in the 4:23 of Stephen Isham. Everybody trying to catch the 93 at the moment. 93 still leading, 14 laps to go. Payne has clean air. Could be able to make it work. Another top 5 night for the 56. He's been, tell you what, he's been doing pretty good in this series. Just gonna look at his points because he's been consistent. He did have to take a week off, so I know that he's got 8 starts, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. In his, I'm sorry, he's got 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s in his 8 starts, and very consistently getting it done out there. So Newbrow having a good race. He's got 10 bonus points in the series, and he's raced 970 laps. He is 3 points behind Bunnell. I think Bunnell had to take some time off himself, so Newbrow doing a fantastic job of keeping it comfortable, keeping it rich here. 23 and the 4 side by side. 23 keeps trying to pass the 4 where the line may not happen. We'll see. As the 4 is able to utilize more of the track. He's got the 24. And Charles Garrett, who's at 11th. Kinsey to pit road for the final time. He gets a splash and it comes on back out. If he gets more than a splash, I think he gets tires and a little bit of damage repaired. Came at a 138. 10 laps to go. Andrew Payne out front. Banks, Stephen Isham. Side by side once again. Little door bang by both of the drivers. 4 the 23. They're racing hard. See what? Banks ain't giving up that race line. He says, go around me. .24 Charles Garrett being the drive line king right now. He's going to give up the room to the 4 and the 23. The 4 is going to roll a little bit high here. 4 and the 23 battling back and forth. This is the battle right now. Andrew Payne is walking away from him. 4 drops the lane down. 23 will run higher here. He can keep himself in that race line. 4 crosses over. Is going to have the drive line down. 23 is going to be right there on the back quarter panel. 24 holds the bottom line. 24 might. He's going to hold the draft to the 4 here. 23 drops back into the corner here. 4 is going to be right there with him. 4 has the better run off the corner. 23 up high, 4 down low. 4 is going to clear again. As the 23 still trying to figure out this race line to get around Brandon Banks. They have battled and battled and battled. Little back straightaway run for both of these drivers. Banks, Stephen Isham. Isham to the bottom. Needs a slide job up the racetrack. Can't pull that one off. As he and Brandon Banks will be back to side-by-side. Banks still trying to hold on to that spot and is able to battle back and forth. 6 laps to go. The battle for second rages on. 4 is able to utilize all of the track on that higher second lane. Steven Esham's not kind of putting any pressure on Brandon Banks. He's not running him up higher on the racetrack to be able to get the run into the corner like he needs to. But Banks doing a phenomenal job of holding on, but this time a little crossover move. 23 rolls up high, drops down way low. Banks is still going to have that run to the back quarter panel. Now Steven Esham about to do the same thing all over again. Banks and Esham. Banks crosses over. Steven Esham drops into the corner now, and now maybe trying to put on some of that pace that he needs. Newbrow to 4th, Jaron Valley right behind him. There's a battle going on there too. Newbrow up to 4th here, right behind Brandon Banks. 4 laps to go, needs some more pace. Steven Esham, Brandon Banks back and forth over and over again here. As the 23 rolls the bottom lane, 4 still applying pressure here. Cody Kinsey closing up some of that time. He's going to be intense, still trying to track down John Hammond here. 23 up high, 4 rolls the corner. 23 is going to be able to roll the high side here. Now put that pressure back on the 4. 23 way up high. Same concept. 4 to the back quarter. 23 rolls the second lane. 4 is going to be there as well. 3 laps to go. This is the battle for second. Kinsey's going to be there to help Banks. Some teammates ready to roll together. I know Kinsey's got some tires. He'll be able to push somebody across that start-finish line. As the pace is going to push the 4 here. They'll work together, 23 to the inside. 4, 23, side by side. Watch Kinsey. Kinsey's going to help his teammate. He's going to push him. That's exactly what's going to happen. I see it happening. 23, 4, 2 laps to go. Steven Esham now back to 3rd as Kinsey helps the 4. White flag waves for Andrew Payne. Now Kinsey can block for Banks. Andrew Payne's about a quarter of a track away from everybody. Brandon Banks and Steven Esham getting that last-ditch effort here. A good push from that driver. Payne's going to come around and win it. 4 of Banks gets into the wall here. Crosses over the line. Banks gets second. Steven Esham will be 3rd. Michael Newbrow will finish 4th. Jaron Valley will be inside your top 5. Andrew Payne, 5th win of the season. Showing him how it's done. Not leaving any points for anybody. And the race rages on. Thank you, Brett Logue. Thank you very much for the like. Mr. Van Scoy, thank you for the like. Rich Brennan, thank you for the like. Appreciate you as well. Robert Van Nest, you're amazing. Appreciate you, my friend. Great win. Thank you for the 100 bits, Chris. Appreciate you. Give a shout out to the Signature Eastwood. Hey, what is going on? Appreciate you very much, Chris. Much love to you. I missed the chat right there. Thank you to the chats out there, to everybody doing what you do. And what a perfect view here. '93 kind of celebrates there just a little bit. He's going to be a race winner. And just like that, you're going to be able to actually see it whenever he talks to me. When we get into driver interviews, we're going to burn it down. That's for darn sure. Great opportunity, great drive off. There's Andrew Payne coming into the race channel here. Congratulations on the race win. Walk me through it. You had the field by about 6 seconds, but it took a lot of work to do it. Andrew, you push to talk in this one, in this channel? Ain't got no dang old permissions. Why not? Ain't got permission to talk. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to let's just move everybody. We're just gonna do it down here. We're just gonna do it down here because Andrew can't talk up in the broadcast booth for whatever reason. Mr. Payne, congratulations on the race win. Congratulations on that last couple of laps. Everybody said last couple of laps. The last 10 laps were insane for second and third place, but the 93 you come home with victory lane. Walk me through it, and congratulations, of course.
You know, that was kind of a strategy race the whole time. I don't know if you were picking that up on the broadcast, but pretty much we were pretty much saving fuel every single run up until we got that caution. We could barely make, I think, about 29 laps on a tank, and we were trying to go 30, so we're having to save each and every run. You know, and it was a bit stressful just trying to not overdrive as well as save and, you know, not lose time and whatnot. And I think it helped us. And then we had that kind of the mid-race caution there, and it kind of bunched us all back up. No, I'm not entirely sure how the lineup ended up the way it did. I know that there was a lot of us sort of confused about us coming back up out front. But you know, I guess it worked out. And then basically the last part of the race, I could push it pretty much the entire time. I'm not having to worry about any like fuel load or any running out of fuel. And you know, tires. I'd been saving tires decent all night, so yeah, the last bit was just push as hard as I possibly could.
So the last 25 laps do that, and I was like, you know, he doesn't have anything to hold back now, and neither did Brandon or Steven. They duked it out. I stayed away from you for like 20 laps. I'm sorry, because second and third were killing it back here with the hard racing. I tell you what, but nonetheless, Andrew, fifth win of the season here for the Chop Shop Xfinity Series. Congrats again. Another chance to show that speed. I know they're gonna have the interleague event coming back up. I know you got some redemption you want to do, but give your shout outs, man. It's your time. You're on camera too, so everybody gets to look at you and say hello.
First and foremost, you know, thank you guys, you, Jason, and Signature Esports for broadcasting. As always, you guys put on a good show. You know, huge thanks to the league admins, Striker and Hammond, and all those guys. They put on a good show each and every week, and you know, we've had some fun races, and especially with us starting up the next gen league, you know, it looks like we're heading in a good direction. You know, QuickTime Motorsports Media, Hall Metal Fab, Citrus Head Sawn Mower, VNH Fresh, RogersCars.com, the boys at Amplify Esports, Steven, Jaron, and Chris, all those guys. You know, we're all working together and you know, putting some good strategies together for these races. And you know, the rest of the guys in the league, you know, it's fun racing with everyone. We put on some good shows, put on some clean racing, and yep.
I appreciate you. Congratulations once again. And I like having these interviews like this. I get to put people on camera. It's kind of nice. Second place was a hard fought second place, and I tell you what, it was a great Brandon, congrats on a P2 finish. I wasn't sure who was going to have it there. I didn't know who's going to ducktail, who's going to get shoved, who's going to do the shoving. And man, y'all made that you made that last 10 to 15 laps just probably the most impactful 10 to 15 laps of the entire race, especially coming down the wire. Being a banger for that. You led a ton of laps today too, and just an all-out great job, great finish. Congrats on a P2 finish. Walk me through the race.
Yeah, I think I screwed up there in the middle. I got off about a lap of strategy there. I knew I was going to be hung out there towards the end of the race, so I had to start trying to save in the middle of the race, and it just, I don't know, I lost a lot of time on the track. And Andrew and Steven, they were really fast, so I mean, it was really hard to sit back and try to save tires. That caution there at the end helped me out, but it did put me off like 2 laps on tires. So it took me a little bit to try to save a little bit behind them to try to stay with them. And I knew when we got that last green flag stop, I had to go. So I knew Steven would be coming. I figured Andrew would be gone, which he was. And when Steven got to me, I was like, well, the only thing I can do is really just keep pinching him and just see if I can wear him out down the bottom. And just kind of worked out there. I got a little push there from Cody at the end, and just worked out. But that was definitely a lot of fun.
I did see the battle from the outside, and I was like, well, he's not utilizing all the track, and Brandon is, and it just it was just impactful. And then he'd get around you, and then try to pull a slide job off, and like had a little door banging contact going there, but it looked like it was all in fun, and it looked like you guys were having a good time. That I saw that you were off a couple laps, and with the way that the caution had played out there, maybe an opportune. I mean, because you lost about 4 or 5 laps there. Do you think that would have maybe impacted a little bit more later on, and maybe you would have been able to time it a little bit differently?
Yeah. The caution actually helped me out a lot, to be honest with you, because I think I would have been about 2 laps short, and if I'd been able to, for me to save that much fuel and on the track, I would have lost so much time. So, I don't honestly, this is probably the best case scenario for me, even though I was off on tires there. I was really hoping for a really late one, maybe with about 20 to go, so I could actually get on the same tires with these guys and actually be able to give them a little more of a race. But he said these 2 guys were really, really fast the entire night, so I'm not sure if I could have beat them anyway. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, this is just something we kind of jumped in and kind of enjoy this league. It's ran pretty good. Newbrow brought us over here, and just trying to have some fun with these guys.
It's always a pleasure, and I've touted you in the DBR team.
Yeah.
And you guys are not disappointed for darn sure. Brandon, congrats again on the P2 finish. Give you shout outs, my man.
Yeah, just you guys for putting it on, all the admins and stuff for this league. Congrats to Andrew, DVR guys. Paul Setup Shop puts some really good setups together for some of our open races. Just all the DVR guys, Newbrow and Cody and all the other guys that can't make it here and they run other things. Just appreciate them and just enjoy being here.
Fantastic race. Brandon's he's not far off from the win. I promise you, Brandon has his tracks and he has his strategies, and you watch it. It won't be too long, and we'll see him at victory lane.
Right.
Congrats, man. Always.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Always. Steven Isham is going to be the other driver, though, and let's not get too excited there, because I think I just yelled in my microphone. I'm so sorry about that. Did not mean for that to happen. Steven, you're on camera, and everybody can see you. Wave to the folks at home, because they know. Hey, how you doing? You finished third. You and Brandon had a killer moment. I know that you were trying to do everything you can. I was kind of talking the race through those last 10 or 15 laps, because I know that you were trying to run the inside lane, trying to get that clear, pull the slide jobs off to be able to pull that out. And I tell you what, you guys were duking. Are you tired? Because that looked exhausting. Steven, can you hear me?
Mike was muted, sorry.
Nah, you're good. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was exhausting, but I think I feel like I had him till his teammate kind of stuck his nose in there and gave him a little arrow push, but I feel like I burned my stuff up by the time I called him.
Well, no, his teammate did give him a push down the backstretch. I saw that coming. I was like, oh, Mackenzie's coming off pit road.
Yeah, I've seen it on the relative, so.
Yeah, I saw him coming. He had new tires. I was like, there's going to be a push coming somewhere. It's either going to be on the high side, it's going to be on the inside. And I mean, if I'm your teammate, I'm doing the same thing to you. I mean, sure. I'm going to help somebody get out there. But for that, other than that, I mean, I don't know. That could have been a beat and bang, a door banging situation, regardless of teammates.
Yeah, I tried to run them as clean as I could. So I had my points in mind as well when I was racing. I was like, I don't want to junk myself.
You've got points. You've got a lot of things going on when it comes to the playoffs, and trying to make sure that you have that chance. I mean, This will be your 7th top 5 and your 10th top 10 of the season so far. And no doubt extra points, laps led, those things are going to be big factors when it comes to trying to make sure that you stay with Andrew and try to level that. I know he got another win here, but that's not something that you can't find your own. You're getting a win here too. It's going to happen. I see it every week. I see it. I talk to you a lot. I talk to you in the broadcast booth a lot, and I'm trying to root you on. No more bridesmaids. It's only wins from here on in.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. But Andrew's pretty fast, so.
Tell you what, man. Steven, it's always a pleasure to see you up here. It's always a pleasure to see you rock and roll here. You, Andrew, Brandon, that little trio right there would be awesome. I mean, we had drivers just kind of having battles all over the racetrack, and you guys did a phenomenal job. Great race today, only one caution, and it's your time, man. From Camden, Delaware, give everybody your shout-outs. Go ahead.
I got one quick question. What happened to Savoy? Do you know?
I think he got okay. I think he got the dreaded
penalty, right?
Yeah, I think he got the dreaded.
We were
penalty.
racing off pit road, and I think he went a little too far with it.
Just goosed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna give a shout out to Amplify Esports, Jaron, Andrew, all the guys, and Chris as well. Shout out to you guys, man. Signature Esports, you put a great broadcast on every week. Both races now a week, and then our league versus league as well. Shout out to Stryker and Hammond and Amar, and they do an awesome job here at Chop Shop, and I'm having a blast.
You sound frustrated. Dude,
I'm just tired.
I bet you are, man. All right, well, I always talk to third place last because they're the best. You know why? Because they either had the best of the second place finish or the best of the third place finish, and y'all had a hard fought battle right there. Congrats on just it was a great race. Y'all did great, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All righty. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let everybody go. I'm gonna actually go over the race results here for everybody as to the main set of circumstances here for everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying the crowd talks out there. Andrew Payne, your race winner for the 5th time this season. Brandon Banks finishes in 2nd. Steven Isham in 3rd. Newbrow finishes in 4th. Jaron Valley in 5th. Stryker rebounds to 6th. Cameron Dario to 7th. Look at Michael Caffrey. He gets himself an 8th place finish, and he stays on the lead lap. And for his debut, so fantastic racing for him. John Hammond's going to finish in 9th. Cody Kinsey in 10th, helping his teammates, and I'd have done the same dang old thing, folks. No doubt that if you have a chance to help your teammate, you want to do so. Charles Garrett finishes in 11th. Brian Baker, Savoy, Porter, Williams, Waller, and Collins all the way through 17th. Thank you to Amar for being the race controller. Thank you to TrackRacer.com. Make sure you use Chop Shop as your promo code. Thank you to all the sponsors of the series, of course, and always Admin Box, adminbox.com with 2 X's. Make sure you use 2 X's. And if you want to be part of the Balla Status of the league, make sure that you help and find a way to donate to the Chop Shop Racing League. You can do that by getting a hold of them on the Chop Shop Racing organization. And then also B&B Music, make sure you call Francisco. I ran that number off earlier. Francisco Corella, located in Beverly Hills. Make sure you take care of those folks. We're fine at Big Money Bash Music on Facebook. And then, of course, and always thanking to Split Second Gaming for being a part of the family, our Australian family, having a ton of fun with some of the GT aspects, that the Gran Turismo aspects they're developing as well. They get my face on a car over there as well. So go to Split Second Gaming on Facebook and check them out and see what they've got going on as well. Thank you to all of my sponsors as well, Nerds Doing Nerd Things. And, of course, to each and every league that are out there as well. Nerds Doing Nerd Things, of course, a caution sponsor of the series. Thank you to the drivers participating in the driver cams today. We're going to continue to do that each and every week, and so you might be able to see your favorite driver out there. You might, if you're out there watching and you're a family member of one of these people, put your foot in their butt and say, hey, you should be on camera too, because I can hold up to, I think, 15 cameras, 16 cameras, something like that. So hope you all enjoy it. Thank you so much. Hit the merch store, hit the Facebook page, hit the Patreon, and then, of course, and always hit all of our socials. Make sure that you do so. Like, follow, subscribe everywhere. Hit the notification bell, let you know when we go live. Help us grow to be the biggest platform out there that we can. And, of course, and always give back to each other because kindness is the biggest key. Full send every single day. Much love. We'll see you in the next one.